Good afternoon, good afternoon, good afternoon. I want to welcome you to today's edition of Good Grief. And I'm so glad that you have joined us here on this fine day with my two absolutely stunningly beautiful hosts that are here with me, both Kim Possible and Crazy Berrytown. How are you today, ladies? How are you?
Hello, hello. Doing well, doing well.
Hello, 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 hello. I'm gonna start with Crazy Berrytown because I saw her in somebody else's stream and she said she was getting her beautiful nails done. So I told her, I said, just flash those beautiful fingers to us all today.
Mm.
Ah, go ahead. What's going on, ladies? What's going on? Good to see you. Only one, Mrs. Cox. Thank you for being here. And Dr. Dady Priest. Yes, the high priestess is in the room. And if you're not following her, you know what I say. Quit your wicked ways. I need you to quit your wicked ways and
Quit your
follow
wicked
Dr.
ways.
And also, Truck, I see you. There's my guy, Joanna G98. Come on in here, sis. So much mad love to every last one of you. And thank you for joining us in the stream today. And ladies, go ahead and take it away.
Alrighty. Well, hello everyone. Welcome. So glad to see you all here again today. Thank you so much. I hope you're having a good week and ready for the weekend.
All right, there you go. Your sound was sounding like you in a volcano for a second, but you're good
Oh,
now.
really? Oh, let me move my I don't know. You know, this was acting up the day. Is it? Testing.
That's much stronger.
Me,
That's
me,
much
me, me,
stronger.
me, 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 me.
I know. Me.
Is it 3RW?
Me, man. What is it? I used to know that little run, but I don't do it anymore. But
Yeah, me, my moo.
yes,
Lip, tip of the tongue.
yes. There we go.
All right, is that
That's it,
better? Because I
ladies.
can just
That's
use
it.
my webcam mic again.
Nope, that's good. That's good.
Is better? Okay.
Yep.
All right. I'm just hold it. Wait. What's going on? I'm just hold it like this the whole time. Just kidding. Like I'm on NPR. I feel like I'm on NPR or something.
You do
know.
look like you're on NPR.
You guys are hilarious.
Oh my gosh. Okay. So yes, doing well. Ready for the weekend. Sleepy. We're getting back into our routine. Captain Boots being back in school and getting up early. And we were parlaying this summer, waking up 10 o'clock, well, not the whole summer, but the last few weeks where he wasn't in camp, we've been sleeping late. So I'm really sleepy. Yeah. So
Mhm.
it is. I just want to go on record and say that I don't know. Let me see. Rebel. Hey, Rebel, you're here. I
Hey,
just want to say,
Rebel.
I don't know that it's fair that we have to do good grief after her stream because I just feel like I got a curious case of the giggles, and I don't know if that's appropriate. Like, I mean, I just feel like
I second that because I feel the need to have to debrief after every one of her
me
streams.
too.
So I don't know how we're gonna fix that, but there's lots of
I
things
know.
to discuss, and has absolutely nothing to do with grief. So
Well,
I know. I
we
know.
need a
That's how I
different
feel
space.
too.
we can gather around the throne. We
And
can
then
gather.
STL, and then
Well, what happens
Rebel,
after that? What
and
happens
then a brief break, and then good grief. I just don't know how. I don't know how we get through Fridays at all. I really don't.
listen, y'all better help Rebel in her grievatizations.
I think you've already done that, sis. You've helped us
Yes,
all.
listen. If you
Oh
can't
my
leave your
god.
stream feeling really, really good about yourself, I do not know what else to do
See,
because it's just a
Listen,
lot.
I was in the nail salon laughing so hard my phone dropped, right? So I went to catch my phone and messed up my nails. They had to start over on one hand. I said, oops, sorry.
I was hoping you didn't say that your nails dropped in the pedicure pool, but hey, praise the Lord, it didn't
Oh,
happen.
yeah. I've seen people that your phone.
Yeah,
Oh, thank you, God. Yeah.
hallelujah,
yes,
Oh my
hallelujah.
gosh. Yeah. It
hallelujah.
was quite funny. So I hope all of you who are here today last week, we talked about self grief. I haven't even been drinking today. Self care. And so, I went to get my nails. I went to the nail salon. I dropped a grip in there today, but I paid for. I was like, this is my mom manicure and pedicure. I always get red. Is my mom's favorite color, and her birthday and the day she died is this month. And so I always get red. And so I paid for like the extra massage, and I paid for the paraffin and all of that. But that's part of self-care. And we were talking about that last week. I think it was it DJ Stacy Blessed one? She said she was going to get a pedicure or a massage or something.
A massage. She was thinking about
it. Yeah. So I hope those of you that were here last week really, besides just listening, which is, what we're all doing if we're on Twitch, right? But you really focused on at least one day. You should do self-care every day, but at least one day, like you really said, this is for me. This is for me, for my self-care, whatever it was, and everybody has a different self-care looks different for everyone. It's what makes somebody else feel good may not make the other, but whatever you did, hopefully it was something that made you feel good. That was just for you. Because again, as we are grieving and dealing with grief, and grief moments and grief pockets and spurts, it's important to remember to take care of ourselves. So I felt good about that today. I don't know. I'm pretty basic. I'm like, just give me a mani-pedi, whatever. But I just said, you know what? This is for me. I'm going to sit here. I'm not in a rush, and it was nice. It was really good.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
That's good.
Yeah. Joanna G said, we have to change that. You don't do enough self-care, and honestly, I'm not even picking on you at all. I think we all probably would agree. We don't do enough. Right. Mm-hmm. It's not even you. And I'm not acting like I do it all the time, because I don't. So yeah. So we all should change that, right? In any circumstance, grieving or not, right? This could be a stream that happens in, STL's, streams that she does every day, that you do every day, STL, or the Rebel, this is for everyone. We should all be better about taking care of ourselves and just pausing. Yeah. Kim, did you what? Now I'm not going to ask you, did you? Because I'm pretty sure you did do something. But I'll say, did you do anything in the self-care realm?
Honestly, I don't know that I did anything in the self-care. You guys knew I was going to the old people's concert, which was off the chain, mind you. I had a ball.
See. With the old people.
There was a bus of seniors that were sitting near us. They came in on the bus cheering.
Oh my gosh. I love it.
And when I say they danced and drank and mingled across the aisle, so we had really good seats, like section 101, 102 was the center. We were on like the 6th row, and I was on the end and my friends were in here, and then the whole row in front of us, the whole other row to the right of us on our row, the people in the back, the 2 rows over to the other section 102. And this dude kept coming over. Like every camera shot I tried to get, he blocking, because he over there pounding up the dude in front of me or dancing with the chick behind me. It was straight shenanigans, to the point where Gladys Knight said, y'all need to sit down. Y'all blocking other people.
No, she did.
Everybody paid to have a ticket, and I'm singing for everybody. So sit down. And they looked at her like, is she talking to us? She's like, and then she stopped her foot like, sit down. And they were like, oh, Gladys said sit down. We need to go sit down. Y'all blocking the aisle. Y'all blocking people's view. Y'all in the way.
Wow, I love it.
Clearly they don't get out enough, because they made the most of that night.
Aww.
So I can consider that partly self-care, because I laughed all night long.
That's good.
It was a lot.
I'm glad you had a good time.
Yeah, it was a good show.
Did you have wait, have we talked about, did you have the neck fan?
I had my neck fan on. Yes, I am. Yes, I did. Awesome. But I didn't need it, because at where we were sitting, they have these huge ceiling fans in there. I mean, those things are probably like 20 feet wide that were circulating. So it was actually pretty cool under there. So I had it on when I like walking over. But then once we got in there, I had to turn it off. So it was good. So, but it's
Well,
been a
that's
rough
good
week
then.
this week. So yeah, I'm glad I had Saturday because I've been on the grind all week long.
Yeah.
And
Yeah,
so when
I
we
feel
talk
you.
about self-care and not having enough, I mean, we literally have to be very intentional about scheduling it. Like, even if we can't do it every day, every week, look at your calendar and say, okay, what day am I going to devote to caring for myself? Block it
Right.
off and be very guarded about it. Unless an emergency happens,
Right.
stick to it. Even if it's a half a day, whatever it is, but to be very intentional about it, because otherwise, if you're just waiting on it to happenstance happen, it's not going to.
Yeah, I agree. Yeah, STL, how about you? Have you had time? Have you made time for self-care or any
My
plans?
my self-care this week was playing in the dirt, just like a little kid. I played in the
Yeah.
dirt. I actually went out and did some yard work, which I love. That's soothing for me. That's
Yeah.
relaxation. So, and the idea of beautifying my yard and the driveway, getting the grass out of the cracks when I drive up. I don't want to see grass growing up out of the cracks of my driveway. Cleared that out and then went out and put out some lights. Went and bought some
Ooh.
decorative rock and did some landscaping there by my windows and other areas. Made my trees that I have, put some little decorative around that so that when you drive up, it gives it that little extra pop and got nice and
Okay.
dirty. Loved every minute of it. It was just so soothing and relaxing. And so, yeah, that's what I did. And then every chance I get now, I just go by and look at it.
I love that.
Yeah, that's
Well, I
beautiful.
want to see it. You got to take
You
pictures
gotta
at night.
take
I want to see it.
pictures.
I'm still, yes,
Yeah.
I will, but it's a work in progress. But what I've got done so far is like phase one. But I'm telling you, I'm just going to keep on going. I'm going to take pictures
Yeah.
all along the way. And then when I get it to its final destination and get it looking like I absolutely want it to look with all the flowers and everything, that included researching what grows in hot, humid, or not humid, but dry areas with lots of heat and da-da-da. So I've already picked out my little flowers that I want and all of that. And listen, it's on and popping. And I'm absolutely, I tell you, I love it. It was just really, you know how when you're a kid, or maybe you guys didn't, but we did play in the dirt because we lived in the country. So, I mean, it was just like playtime in the dirt all over again. Loved it, loved it, loved it.
So
That's awesome.
my joy of playing in the dirt is on the porch. I don't like being out where the wildlife is. But if you give me some dirt on a porch, I will pot anything. I love planting things in pots, but planting things in the ground, I'm like, I might uncover something that I don't want to see.
Oh, I found some things. Babe. I pulled up some rocks and some stones, and there was all kind of creepy crawlies going on.
Yeah, that I don't want to do. I don't mind getting my hands dirty, but I'm one of them greenhouse chicks, I guess. Maybe that's a better way to put it.
But I do feel, even in the healing journey, I do feel like there's something, and I know Crazy Berrytown, I think you advised me, being outside is overrated. Was that you that said that one week? Man, when you get your hands dirty and get down in that nature, there's a connection, dirt to dirt, dust to dust. There's a connection there that's just so deeply spiritual. I'm telling you, it's just something. You got to try it, Crazy.
Listen, I don't like dirt so much so that I don't even want to be buried. Cremate me. That is the only reason why I want to be cremated. Honestly, it's not even for like religious or like financial reasons. It's purely because I'm going to, even in death, I am sticking to my guns. I don't want no parts of dirt.
Listen. There's some healing in that dirt. There's healing in the water. There's healing in all that. I'm telling you.
Yeah, we talked about water. We talking about dirt. I think it's about finding the thing that brings your soul joy.
Yes.
Whatever that is.
Yes.
It's like finding those spaces that, in this space, when I'm doing this thing, I'm joyful in my soul.
Yes.
Even though I'm going through what I'm going through in life, I can still find joy in my soul by doing this or not doing anything. So one of my favorite movies is Eat, Pray, Love, right? And so I'm one of those types that will write down 50 quotes from a movie.
Ooh.
And one of the quotes when she's trying to learn how to speak Italian, one of the phrases is dolce vignette, which is the simplicity of doing nothing. And how as Americans, we take life too seriously. We always we got to go to work. We got to do this. We got to do that. There is a joy in just not doing anything.
Yeah.
And so finding that thing that brings you this joy, that in spite of it all, this is time for me. This is time for me to relax, relate, release, as Whitley would say. And just enjoy the moment and be in the moment. So whatever that is for you. So for those in the chat, are there things that resonates? What are some of those things that kind of bring you joy? We know the STL gonna play in the dirt.
Oh yeah. And the water.
In the water. Water all day. I don't care what kind it is.
Give me some water.
I keep water next to me. Why? Because I love the water. I gotta always be drinking water. I would prefer to drink water more than anything else. Going to a beach, going to a river, driving past some man-made something with some water, I'm good as long as there's water. Yeah. I'll play in the dirt on the porch.
Yeah,
I can do that.
Too.
But
puddles of water when it rains, all of that, all of that. Barefoot on the sidewalk in the rain after it rains, love it. All of that.
Barefoot. Y'all are pushing it. It's too much.
Here's the thing. Sunday, in the midst of Gladys Knight singing one of her last songs, the thunderstorm arises and it is pouring down rain.
Oh no.
Lakewood Amphitheater doesn't allow you to bring large umbrellas in.
Umbrellas, yep.
And I'm like, so wait a minute. Man. Hold up now. But I said, you know what? My hair is braided.
Come on.
It's Sunday night. I walked out there in that rain. I had on sandals. I took my shoes off because I didn't want to tear up my new sandals. And I walked back to my car barefoot in the rain, strolling, because I'm like, I'm not running in all this. I'm just going to take it.
Come on.
It's rain. What can it, I mean, come on. When was the last time I walked in the rain?
Come on.
Never. It's been a minute. I mean, probably years ago.
Yeah.
And it was not intentional. So even in that, I was like, you know what? I'm going to enjoy this moment.
Yes.
I'm just walking in the rain.
But everybody's different. But Crazy Berry Town, when you were a little kid, there was nothing in you when it was raining that you just wanted to go out there and get wet in the rain. You never had that urge for real.
Like no.
Like, no.
This is why Peppa Pig is one of my favorite cartoon characters, because you know the whole family love rolling around in muddy puddles. Now I will not do that. However, I can appreciate the fact that they are at home doing that. As a family.
Rebel said, "You better walk in the rain, Bathsheba."
Rebel, I'm gonna meet you in the Discord after this, and we're gonna have a discussion, okay?
Bathsheba.
I don't even know how she got Bathsheba out of this, because I'm not bathing on the top of a roof.
Okay.
I had all my clothes on at the time. Now, got home, I was like, let me get out of this stuff before I catch a cold. But you know, it was an experience. I was like, you know, be in the moment.
Yes.
Yeah. Only one Mrs. Cox said walking, nature, and being around water. Yeah, I can see from your travels. Only one Mrs. Cox that walking. Well, obviously walking, because I think you posted on Instagram some pictures of your walks, your nature walks and things. So yeah, that definitely I see that in as something that you really enjoy, and it comes through your, you know, what I call life pictures, your everyday life pictures you post on Instagram. So that's great. Yeah. Yeah.
Now, Dr. Daddy Priest, trust. I was feeling some kind of, because it was concrete. It's wet. I don't know what's on the ground. And I don't like walking around barefoot. I do like, let me back up. First thing I take off when I get in the house is shoes.
Yeah, at home for sure.
But
yeah,
outside, at home. I never walk around outside barefoot. But it was, do I want to tear up my new sandals that I just bought? Because the minute I stepped in pedal number 1 and I started slipping and sliding, I was like, see,
right.
I'm gonna be on the ground. So in order to save my sandals and myself, I'm gonna walk around out here and pray that I don't walk up on something that's gonna injure my feet. Yeah,
I literally cried.
Had I just gotten a new pedicure, it would have been a whole other situation.
Ooh, yeah.
I was not operating from a fresh pedicure. So
yeah,
it was like,
I feel you.
I'm
Yeah,
parked close enough. It's not that big a deal. It's not like I gotta walk across the street. I'm in the parking lot right here.
Yeah.
So
Yeah. I like Cassandra. She said the older she gets, the more she enjoys doing absolutely nothing. Yeah. I feel that. I feel that.
Same.
Because
Same.
time is a precious commodity, and the older I get, how I utilize my time is very important to me. And so if I want to use my time with just me, myself, and I doing nothing, that's my business, as Tabitha Brown would say. Or the people that I choose to spend my time with, I'm very selective about that. Because as we were talking in Rebel Stream, it's too peoply out here in these streets, and I just can't be around. As exciting as I am to be around folks, there are times when I'm like, okay, that's enough of that. It's time for the only child to go be by herself. Because I don't want to be around all this.
Yeah, I feel you. Yeah, I feel the same way. I mean, you know, I was telling I think it was Rebel. Yeah, I think I was telling Rebel. There are like certain, or maybe it was Chanel. I think it was Chanel. That's what it was. We were talking on the phone, and I love most people on Twitch. I mean, I'm not gonna say everyone because that would be a lie. But I love, and the people I follow, the people that we're in chats with, love them all. But I have like a little bucket list of people that I want to meet, and I feel I don't necessarily need to go to a ginormous conference type of meetup to meet those people. Now, would it be great to meet other folks and stuff? Sure, absolutely, absolutely. And clearly, I mean, I'm pretty social. I mean, Kim, we've been together, you know, whatever. I have a good time around people, but it doesn't mean that I have to do that, or you know. But I feel like Rebel though. I'm like in many cases, I'm like a 1 or 2 person kind of gal. And I was just saying this to Captain Boots yesterday. I was just saying that COVID has really heightened my my germophobishness. And I like look at everybody like, you nasty. Like you're nasty. COVID, and monkeypox, all of y'all, right? Like I just feel like in my spirit, when I see people, I'm like, no. So I don't know. I just feel, and I notice everything. Like I know, like when I touch stuff, I'm immediately, you know, getting my hand sanitizer. I mean, I remember before, I mean, pre-COVID, like years before. I mean, I've gotten more. When I had Trey, I became a bit more aware of germs and stuff because I had a kid and a baby. But I remember, you know, I would like go places and touch stuff or whatever, and go to open the door, and go to a restaurant, and then eat, you know, or I think the only time I would maybe in public deliberately wipe my hands is after pumping gas, but we would just do stuff. And our first thought wasn't always to wash our hands, at least most people that I know. But now, like everything, I literally could just go outside the garage and open up my car to get in, and I got my hand sanitizer just from touching my own car. So I kind of get that, but at the same time, it excites me to meet people, especially people that I've met virtually. But then it also gives me a bit of anxiety as well. So if I don't meet them, like, it's all right, but I have my bucket list. And if I don't meet these people on my bucket list, a few of whom are here today, I will be very distraught. Okay. So, but
like DJ
I feel that though.
I was a germaphobe before the pandemic. So I'm all the way off the rip at this point. And being around a whole lot of people, I have to literally prep my mind about it and what I'm gonna do and what I'm not gonna do. I got at least 2 things of hand sanitizer on me at all times.
Facts.
Because that's just what I need to do. And if I touch anything, I'm washing my hands or I am using hand sanitizer, or both in some instances, because folks are nasty, and there are people that don't care. They just, you know, they forget we still got COVID in these streets. I mean,
right.
People are like, one of my friends is an Omega. They just had conclave a couple of weeks ago. 5 people in the whole conclave had on a mask. So that means half the folks that went to conclave came back with COVID.
Exactly.
And he's a doctor. So I'm like, dude, you know better. He was like, after 4 shots, if I get COVID, then, you know, it's the Lord's will. I'm like, you know what? No. Put your mask on, sir. There's a way to protect yourself, Doc.
Exactly.
Wisdom.
Yeah.
But, you know, I'll digress. So.
I feel you. I mean, and here's what though, right? Even though it's not like, it doesn't, what's the word? It's not necessarily like when we think of self-care, like, massages and pedicures and playing in the dirt and walking around barefoot in the rain, protecting yourself, protecting yourself too, like intentionally, is also self-care, because particularly and I'm only going to speak for me, but being a mom of a young person, I'm sending him off to school with other little nasty boogers. I got a husband who works and serves the public as the general manager of a sports facility, and if I'm sick, I might potentially make them sick. And then being the domestic manager of this house, if I'm down, ain't shiggity right. Because everybody, Captain Boots might not have no lunch, huh? I don't know how he might not get dropped off or picked up in the right way. I don't know. My husband may forget that he has a doctor's appointment that I scheduled for him. So if I'm down and I don't take care of myself, the whole thing is falling apart around here. So the self-care is really, sometimes self-care is sort of that quote unquote preventative maintenance kind of thing too, right? Putting on my mask, that is self-care. I don't want to have COVID. My brother died of COVID. Yeah, it was in the beginning days, but I don't even want to have that. I just don't want to have it. I just don't. Period. I don't even want a regular cold. And I will say, during the lockdown, I remember saying to somebody, it was really darn nice not to have the sniffles, not to have strep, or somebody in my house, not to have a cold. It felt great to not be sick. So for me, self-care also sometimes is that prevention as well.
Yeah. And we can sometimes forget to do that when we're grieving, because, you have all the things going on in the mind and in the heart. And, even just the day-to-day care of self can fall by the wayside.
Yes.
So, one, cut yourself some slack, because there's something on here about honor your feelings. Don't judge yourself for feeling angry, frustrated, sad, or even forgetting to do things that you normally would do. Whenever you're able, honestly, just pick back up where you left off and keep it moving.
Yeah.
Don't beat yourself up about it, because, you're going to have those moments when you just literally sit on the couch and can't really move forward at that moment.
Right. And that's okay. You're absolutely
And
right.
that is okay. Yes.
Yeah. Yeah, that's true.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think it's important. Again, it is the schedule a massage, it is that. But also too that, that art, was it you say the art of doing nothing? Sometimes that
Dolce
again
Vignette.
too.
Dolce
Yes,
Vignette.
I love that. Yeah, Dolce Vignette. I'm not gonna say I'm gonna live by that, because I already do. Although it's hard to do that, being a mom. But like right now, my semester hasn't started yet. So with Captain Boots being back in school, I feel like I have a ton to do. Like I'm looking at a mountain of laundry, as I do every week when I sit here for Good Grief. I probably should unload the dishwasher. I need to continue working on my resume and sending out applications. But then there are times where I'm like, the house is quiet, number one. B3, I just don't want to do anything. And I'm good with that. Like, and sometimes I when my husband will come home, I'll say, oh my God, the house looks like, and he's not that kind of guy, but I feel like he might think, well, dang, she been home all day. And this house looked exactly hell. It actually looked a little worse than when I left, because I haven't done anything. And I've really enjoyed, I've enjoyed myself, So like, I'm thinking, okay, next week is a do-over. Okay, Trey is his first full week of school, and then I'll do such and such. But I already in my mind have it planned where I'm going to sit in my recliner and I'm going to have my morning coffee, possibly with a splash of Bailey's, and listen to Rebel's morning Monday motivational stream, and possibly mod for a couple people here and there, maybe make some lunch, cat nap, and by the time it'd be time to get Captain Boots, and I feel good about it.
Listen,
I feel good.
I'm for it, because
Right.
I used to, STL knows this. In ministry, you could essentially work 24 hours a day, 7 days a week.
Oh,
there's literally no day off, right?
Absolutely.
And the one day that I do get, and I got 12 other things to do, one day I just like, you know what? No. And I literally got up, kept my pajamas on, went downstairs, made coffee, made breakfast, sat on the sofa, and I perched myself there for the rest of the day. I was like, I'm not doing nothing. Yeah, I need to wash clothes, but they'll be there. I'm eventually I'm gonna have to wash them if I'm gonna wear more clothes. So I'll wash them tomorrow. I'll maybe later on today, whatever. I'll get to it. Because you know, you could spend your day just doing all kinds of house stuff. And yeah, you have to do maintenance things, but do you have to do it right now?
Right.
When this is
That's
the
my
only
problem,
day you have? If this is the only day you got, I'm like, some of these days, you know, I'm like, listen, the older I have gotten, I've really tried to put some things into perspective about what's really important and what can wait.
Yeah, for sure.
And ain't nobody else here but me. So it's not like I don't have other options. I got plenty of clothing. And as my mom would say, you got plenty of underwear. As long as you ain't run out of underwear, you good. I'm like, all right, we're good.
Exactly. No, I feel you. And again, that is self-care. That is self-care. And I wish more of us would see that. I know so many people. My mom was that way for a while. I was going to say until she retired, but even before she retired, she kind of got there. But I used to say to my mom, you don't have to always be on. She was always go, 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 always having to do something, even when she would come here. And I felt like when she came here to visit, for me, that was her vacation. So I'm now going to flip the tables. I'm cooking for her. I do everything but bathe and feed her, but everything else I would do. But let me get up and help you with the kitchen. At least let me make the salad. Or I can make my own coffee. You know, or I'll run a load of laundry while you're at work. Just sit down, okay? Just that's what I would say to her. I want you to come to my house and do absolutely nothing. And for years, she just could not. She could not. And then as she got a little bit, you know, not older, you know, but as the years went by, and she saw when she would come, and I would sort of enjoy the art of doing nothing, then she did too. And I'm glad for a little while, at least through her retirement and even during her travel, she did a lot of traveling. But when she would come back home, I would call her up and she would say, I'm just sitting in my recliner. You're doing, well, what are you doing in your recliner? Are you paying bills? Or something? No, I'm just watching TV. What? Like I just never expected her to be that way. And I just wish that more people, and I'm glad she got that way before she passed. You know, she was able to experience just that down relaxation and just rest your mind, you know, rest your body, you know, especially after, she taught for 37 years, 35 of which were in the same classroom at the school where she taught, you know, and I'm glad she was able to find a way to kind of bring it down a little bit, you know, for a while. And I wish there was a way we could all find a pocket, even if it's just a little pocket every day, to just slow down and just turn it off, just again for just a pocket of time. I think it would be so beneficial. But but that part, a lot of that is, I think it's cultural as in American culture, where it's this we live in a culture of, I'll do this, productivity and output, and a lot of us have that ingrained in us. So it's not, not necessarily anybody's fault. That's just the country and the society that we lived in. Go, 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 do all the time. And that, and when we talk about grief, we talk about loss. This is what we've talked about here. And that, and the phrase that I say is that our society is not set up to receive us as grievers. And that is because of this culture of productivity and movement and work your life away. Who cares that you're grieving? Who cares you've had surgery? Who cares you just had a baby? Come back to work, So, yeah, I mean, it's important for us to take control for ourselves, because outside of that, we're not going to get it.
Yeah. Michelle Browno says, I never had a problem finding time to rest. I'm like, child, I'm the queen of rest now. One of my acronyms one year was REST. Relinquish every situation to God. And I'm like, because Jesus will fix it. I don't have to do everything. Some of this stuff, let me just put it over there. Let him handle that, because I need to sit down.
Right. I was just telling Tim yesterday, we were talking about how happy I am, happy-ish that Captain Boots is back in school. But when we're here the whole day, he'll in the morning, he's like me. He wants to stay in his pajamas till around noon. And then after he eats a little lunch, Mama, what do you want to do something? No, I do not. No, I do not. I do not want to do anything. Do you want to play a game? No, I do not. In my mind, that's what I feel like. But I forget he's 9, right? So he's like, let's go. And then he'll be so sweet about it. Mommy, you want to go outside? Hell no, I don't want to go outside. I don't say that, but that's my spirit.
That's your inner voice.
Right. So yesterday we were coming home from school. Mama, can you make a U-turn and we go to the park? My spirit said, hell damn no, we ain't going to no park. It's 85 degrees out here. And I was like, okay, I'll turn around. He's 9. So we went to the park, whatever. And I let him wear himself out because he's like me. He don't want to sweat and carry on. So he spun himself around at this little carousel thing. He ran and ran and ran. 10 minutes later, he was like, I'm ready to go, Mama. And then I was like inside jumping for joy. But this is me. Are you sure? Did you have enough time at the park? Oh yeah, I'm ready to go, Mama. Let's go home so I can make an ice cream sundae. Yes. Deep down, right, Rebel? Deep down, I'm like, hell no, we ain't going to no park. But I can't say that to him. I can't say that because, and again, he's 9. He doesn't understand the art of doing nothing, right? So, but if he had his way, every waking moment, we'd be doing, let's play Fortnite, Mama. Let's play Fall Guys. You want to play hide and seek? Let's play dress up. I'm like, I just want to do nothing. And actually, he said that to me one day. He was like, but you always do nothing. God.
Was that thanks? Thanks, Captain Boots, for your observation.
Always shady around his piece. Yeah, instead of Captain Boots, he's Shady Boots sometimes. Shady Boots. Yeah. This is it. But you always do nothing. I'm like, I said, you should. And I told him, I said, you should have signed up for the young parents. See, you took almost 6 years to get here. I was a little fresher, a little younger, and you just should have told the Lord, come on, just, as he likes to call his dad. Funny story, and then I'm gonna stop talking. So the other day we were talking about pets. He wants a dog really bad, and he finds any end to get a dog. So we were talking about support animals and how dogs can tell if people are having a heart attack or a stroke or something. Mm-hmm. Y'all. Shady Boots example. So, Daddy's 55, so maybe he should get a support animal. I said, you know what? You're fired. Right? I was like, are you serious? Like,
all I can do is try, right? All I can do is try. I'm being concerned about my daddy. I mean, what's
right? He was like, since Daddy's older, 9, 55, yeah, that's old, right? But since Daddy's older, maybe, and you're not around him all the time, maybe, he could, and then he could take the dog to work. And then that way, you always talk about how the dog would be home by itself all day. If it's Daddy's support animal, that means he can take the dog anywhere. So the dog can go with Daddy to work, and then he can be walked and be fed throughout the day. Shade all day. Shade. Y'all don't know what I deal with.
Can't blame him for trying. He said, "I'm trying to
figure it out.
I'm on a mission. I need a dog in my life."
Right? To him, Daddy is elderly.
To him, exactly. He is.
Hilarious.
Oh, mercy.
Hilarious.
Yeah, so that's what we got. That's what we're dealing with over here. So the art of doing nothing. Yeah, I mean, I love it. I live for it. But I want to go back to something Kim Possible said, and I want to hear from you in the chat. So you got to put some thought to it. How much time do we have? Okay, so I've read the book, but I didn't see the movie Eat, Pray, Love. Mm-hmm. And years ago, when it first came out, there was all these. I don't know if you saw them or anybody else. There were all these threads on Facebook and stuff, like, where would you, if you had to choose 3 places, where would you eat, where would you pray, and where would you love? And I'm nosy. It probably has nothing to do with grief, but maybe it does. Traveling is wonderful for those who are grieving, right? But if you had to choose, STL, Kim Possible, and everyone in the chat, 3 places you would go, either you've been there before or where you want to go to eat, to pray, and to love. Ding, ding, I want to hear. Captain Boots is your gentle disruptive that helps you pivot past the discord. Exactly. Yeah. Y'all. That's why I be so crazy. You see why I call it Crazy Berry Town, right, y'all? You see, right? It's a mess. Yeah. It is a mess. So let me see. Pray, definitely Japan. Well, I don't know. Maybe I'll take it back to Thailand. I love the reason why I say that is because the temples were so amazing to me. I might say I think I'm gonna change that and say Thailand because the temples were so they were buildings, whereas opposed to a lot of the temples in Japan were actually like shrines, and in Thailand you could go in the building, you know, and it was quiet and you know you could light candles or whatever, and it was just such an amazing vibe to pray whatever faith you were. I think uh it didn't matter. You could go in there and feel something, and I felt that quietness. I was in Thailand in 2020, right before as the pandemic was popping off, but you could feel that spiritual vibe. So I would pray in Thailand, eat everywhere because I'm greedy. No, I'm sorry. Where would I eat and where would I love? Let's see. Eat, pray. Are y'all thinking?
I'm thinking because I'm about
Okay.
to find this place that I would pray. Hold on.
Well, I know mine pretty quick and fast and in a hurry. In the
All right, let's go.
All right, hold on, let's go.
yeah, in the spirit of Paula White, Africa, Africa, Africa.
I'm gonna spit out my water.
In Africa. Africa, 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 Africa.
That was the last thing I was.
I know I had water, and you can't do that.
that. Lord have mercy. Okay.
Okay, all right. I know, Rebel, my bad, right? I got to mute with that laugh. That's a mess. I got best laugh in high school, by the way.
Listen, I love it. It's appropriate.
Okay, I'm better. All right.
Where is this one?
All right, let's see. Michelle Brown, I have so many eat. Mexico, pray. Colorado mountains, love. Wait. Eat in Mexico, pray. Colorado mountains, love in Jamaica. Ew. Let's go. I love it. Yeah. Okay.
MCP 812, come through. Jamaica.
Yeah.
Jamaica, man.
To eat, love, and pray. Okay. Yeah. I mean, and it could be one place. I mean, because the movie itself, it was Italy, right? The first book,
Now, I
right?
really do think I would want, because, you know, the food there was the bomb. I really want some real gelato. I really want some real pizza. I really would like some real pasta. So I think going to Rome would probably be something because I love Italian food.
Yeah.
To pray, my mentor went to Korea for like 10 days. And when she got back and told me about just the way they are there, I was like, oh yeah, I think I want to go there to pray.
Okay.
And then to love, Paris.
Okay.
What I'm thinking.
Nice.
All right, we got Jamaica. Okay, so Michelle Brown. Okay, you're doubling back around. Grace Softly. Hey, love. Belize party. Jerusalem pray and France eat. Okay, I'm digging it. Italy.
Yeah. Now Jerusalem, the Wailing Wall in Jerusalem.
Yeah, it's powerful.
I didn't get to go because we ran out of time because I had to go to the bathroom. I was like. But when I came back out, some of my friends that had gone to the wall, when they came to me, I could feel because they said they could feel the vibration in the wall. By the time they came and laid hands on me, I could still feel the vibration from their hands.
Wow.
It was amazing. I was like, oh dang.
That sounds amazing. It's giving me chills.
Yeah. So that would be another thing that I would want to do is go back there and go to the Wailing Wall.
Okay. Yeah. That sounds, that Grace Softly, I think you're onto something there. Stay lifted, Italy, eat, Israel, pray, in the safe zones, of course, yes. And Paris, love. Okay.
Yeah. And one thing about Israel is like when we went, it was calm. But one of the guides that were with us, one of the guys on our trip had been 10 times, and that was only the third time that he was able to get onto the Temple Mount because of the unrest that's constantly going on there.
Oh, okay. Yeah. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So
Yeah.
Hey, DJ Stacy Blessed One. We're talking about, if anybody's lurking or just joined us, Kim Possible mentioned the book and also movie Eat, Pray, Love. And I flipped it and asked, what 3 cities or states or countries would you eat, pray, and love?
Yeah.
Um,
Yeah. I wanted to circle back around the MCP. I gave the first one, and we got a couple of Jamaicas in there, but the love and pray, she said, in the deep forest somewhere.
Oh, got it. Okay. I thought Jamaica. Okay, got it. I thought all 3. Yes, in the deep forest.
Yeah.
Yeah, the deepest forest. Yeah, that sounds amazing. Yeah, that sounds awesome.
Yeah.
For you, not for me. Yeah.
because you don't do outside.
You don't do outside.
Not like that.
I
You don't do outside.
Not like that, right? Yeah. I know. I do. It's small spurts. Yeah. Let's see. Dr. Dady Priest,
Mhm.
Italy. I pray wherever my soulmate is. Love Africa. All right.
Come through. Come through.
Because Africa is on my list for pray as well. Because
Mhm.
Yeah.
they worship 24 hours a day, 7 days a week.
I'm trying to tell you. I'm trying to tell you.
Just all day, every day, all day.
Yeah, I mean, I get, and I would. I mean, I pray everywhere I go because I pray almost every day. I don't say every day, almost every day. So, I mean, obviously, but intentionally, like thinking about it. Yeah, I hadn't thought much about that. So,
Mhm.
I'm intrigued by the Jamaica comments. I mean, I've been to Jamaica a lot and love it, and I can see that totally. It wasn't on my radar, but I could totally see Jamaica coming up a good bit.
Jamaica
MCP,
puts me back on my natural schedule of what my body wants to do. Whenever I go to Jamaica,
Oh, okay.
because like, and still no, I be up all hours of the night trying to get in Grandpa Holmes's chair because I'm up. It's not because I stay up, because I'm still up. But I go to Jamaica, and after a day, I'm automatically on whatever clock I need to be on. I mean, like 9:30, 10 o'clock, I'm ready to go to bed. I'm up at 5 o'clock, 6 o'clock in the morning, like ready to go. The food is amazing. I mean, I was like, yeah, Jamaica has always been a great vacation spot for me.
Nice. Okay.
Awesome.
And if you walk around anywhere, me and try to take you with them to their house. And I'm like, sir, I don't know you. Move away from me, please.
Yeah.
Do not take my hand. Do not touch me. Do not try to lead me away. And no,
no. Arthritis pain. Okay, y'all, I see you.
I don't know what it is about it, but you automatically just kind of line up. Body, mind, spirit, all of that just kind of lines up.
Yeah, that's beautiful. That is beautiful, and especially like if you go, like whenever you go, you anticipate that. What a good feeling to have. I think that's beautiful. I mean, and self-care. I mean, look at that. That's to me, that doesn't sound like it gets any better than that. That's awesome. Yes, Michelle Brown, they love all shapes and sizes. I love that. I used to teach a lot of international students when I first started my career. And I had a lot of students from different countries in Africa. And I had a student come up to me one time, and he didn't realize I was married. And he said, my country, you be all the guys would be after you. You got a lot of meat on your bones. Like, thanks a lot, I think. I don't know, But you'd be a hit. I'm like, okay, thank you. You're still gonna fail, but okay, whatever.
Flattery is not gonna get you anywhere in this class.
Not today. Yeah. I'm still thinking. I don't know. I feel like, what did I say? I said pray. Okay, Thailand, pray, eat. I'm gonna probably go out on a limb and say Argentina. I love beef. I love like steak, and I had some. I mean, it is the place. It's the beef capital, of the world. And I had some of the best meals, not just the steak, but like some of the best meals in Argentina. And because there's so many landscapes there, there's the city, there's the ocean, there's the countryside, the ranches and all of that. There's so many different types of foods to eat, the fresh produce, all of that. Speaking of gelato, amazing gelato. So yeah, I'm gonna say Argentina to eat. And love, I don't know. I feel, you know, I mean, most of my recent travels obviously have been as a married woman, and everywhere I've gone with my husband, obviously it's been amazing, because we've been together. But I don't know. Let me think on love a little bit more. I think anywhere where we're together. Oh God, it sounds so sappy. Ooh. I that sounds so cliche. Anywhere we're together. Honestly, you know what I'm gonna say? I'm gonna say Connecticut because that's both of our home state, and
Mhm.
we are our happiest there when we're together. We're giddy. Um, so I'm gonna say Connecticut for in in my marriage. But yeah, I mean, there's so many. I've been a lot of places. There's so many places. Um, but that to me becomes first because when we think of even planning trips to go home, we're just in our space. And it's closest to where we met. We met in the Turnpike in New Jersey. So that makes us feel all lovey dovey and whatnot. So yeah, I'm gonna say at least somewhere in the tri-state area.
Mhm, mhm.
Let's see. Michelle Brown in Argentina has a blackened steak they cook in a pit. Listen, I know all about that, and it's amazing. And yes, so DJ Neek 10, Toronto, Canada has some fire food. Yeah, yeah. I've never been to Toronto. I've been to Vancouver, and I had the best Chinese food I ever had in my life because of the number of the very large Chinese community, and their Chinese food there was just authentic and amazing. I love the hole in the wall that they have here, but the authentic stuff is awesome. Seattle for food, DJ Neek 10? Because if so, yes, I agree. I've been to Seattle 3 or 4 times, and I probably gained some weight before I left. Yeah, the fresh seafood, their Alaskan crab, yeah, for sure. Grace Softly love Cocoa Beach, Florida, or Seattle. Yes.
Mm.
Okay. Seattle's getting some play today. Okay. Rebel, where you at? Now I want to hear from you, sis. Where you at?
Yeah, she's trying to be quiet, but we know that's not the case.
I know you over there thinking. Yeah. Yeah. So I think, yeah, that's my three. Eat,
Mm.
Argentina, pray, Thailand, love, the tri-state. And the reason why I say tri-state too, because New York is dope. New York is a vibe for lovers to me. Like I feel like you can be real romantical in New York. You're walking the streets and skipping and shiggity, just all cute and everything. And I don't know. You in Central Park, get on a little horse and buggy ride and stuff. I don't know. I think New York is a good vibe for lovers. So yeah, I'm saying tri-state. Let's see. Truck driver, place to eat, Rome, place to pray, Africa, place to love, near waterfalls. Yes. Okay. I love that.
Yeah.
Near waterfalls. I
Oh,
love
Lord.
that.
She's trying to fix her computer.
Uh-oh. Computer troubles.
Side
Ooh,
piece done dumped over on Rebel side over
right?
there.
Right. DJ Nick 10 place to love, Greece. Ooh, yeah. That sounds
Mhm.
beautiful. Yes, absolutely. And Greece also is another place as well that has so much, so many different landscapes. You have the water, then
Mhm.
you have the historical, the Athens and, all of that, and then Mykonos. And, I
Mhm.
just feel like there's every lover, I feel like, could find their vibe there. Yeah, I've never been, but it's definitely on my list. I was actually planning to go on a trip with my cousin who planned our trip to Thailand. He's leaving. They're actually going next month, and I backed out. But I'm still planning to go at some point in the future.
Mhm.
Only one Mrs. Cox. Eat anywhere with fresh seafood. Pray Africa. Love any beach area. Pensacola Beach, Florida. Okay, that sounds beautiful. Absolutely. Yeah, but and I see we keep coming back to this water. We got waterfalls, we got beach. Yeah, I mean, there's something about the water. I think we're onto something here in Good Grief with the water chat.
Mhm.
I love that. Yeah, I mean, and and all of that, eat, obviously, pray, love, all of that is part of self-care and traveling too. Traveling in general is I think one thing that has helped me on my grief journey, just sort of getting out of my
Mhm.
own way in my familiar spaces. It's also, to me, it's been sort of an homage to my mom who loved to travel. She was my first, obviously being an only parent, my first travel buddy. um, She took me on my first cruise. I can't say it's strange. My first 2 trips out of the country were not with her. I was in high school, strangely, but she encouraged it. And Captain Boots is my only child, and I'm thinking that he's 9, and I look back, I'm like, I do not know how my mother handled me going out of the country. And my first trip was to Nicaragua in the middle of the Sandinista War in 1990. And then my second trip was to Japan. I went on a full scholarship summer program. And I just can't imagine how she did it. Because I'm thinking if Captain Boots says, Mama, I want to go the senior class to wherever. And I'm like, I'm coming too. So I don't know how she did it, but I appreciate that she encouraged that. And so now when I travel, I feel like it's a way to get out of my own way, and live life, continue living life, and also honor her travel spirit as well. So when we think about grief, bringing it back to the grief, because that's why we're here. Travel is a good thing, right? I think it's a good thing to do. It's also, I think, part of self-care. Let's see. Truck driver says, but to be honest, I love nature, so I could love anywhere outside. Okay. Yeah, when you feel good and you're in that kind of environment, whatever that makes you feel your best self, then it's easy to love, right? Stay lifted, abandons in real life to pack bags and do all the above. Right? Just throw it all out the window and get on a plane. Right? Michelle Brown says, my kid was in LA for 4 days and I nearly died. Listen, I don't know. I think about that. And here's the tea, right? I want Trey to, he's been everywhere. The kid's passport is ridiculous and he's only 9. And 2020, we stopped traveling. So prior to that, we have taken this kid everywhere. And I want to encourage travel. I want to encourage, that love of traveling and love of embracing others, and not others just here in the US, going to someone else's country and meeting new people, tasting new foods, and getting that education abroad, basically. But I want him to do it with me. I don't want to send him off anywhere. Obviously it's very early to think about that, but yeah. Actually, there's this program. He'll be eligible to start next summer, and my cousin is on the board. It's called Explo, explo.org, and it's a 3 or 4 week summer program, summer enrichment. Luckily, my cousin's on the board because otherwise we would not be able to afford it. But it's and for the different age groups, it's 3 different age groups. It's in different parts of the country, so it's a local. It's not abroad; it's domestic. But and so my cousin keeps asking me, "Are you going to do it? Are you going to let him come?" And I'm like, "Yeah, I don't know. Unless they have a dorm room for me, I can't stay. I don't know." I don't know. I just can't say. But again, I want him to get that experience and, being around different people and definitely traveling. But I don't know. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Let's see. Grace Softly, when my mom died, we were supposed to go to Hawaii. I started saving money in a shoebox. And still today, that $42 is still there. I miss Rosetta deeply. I'm sure you do. Yeah. And, when you have those kinds of plans, that's hard. That is very hard. And I have a trip too that we have, that we had planned. We had planned to do the Pacific Northwest. Speaking of Seattle, with my mom and my stepdad, one of my best friends, Tim and Trey, and that the year she passed. Actually, the following year, we were going to do it summer 2018, and we had these big plans to be there for 2 weeks, and I just haven't been able to reschedule it. I just haven't been able to. Although, breaking news, I just said to Tim the other day, I said, I think I'm ready. I said, I think I want us to do that trip next summer. So this year makes 5 years that I lost my mom. And so I think I'm ready. I think I'm ready to take that trip. I had the itinerary all planned, all the hotel, everything laid out. And it was a big thing for me because meaning Cat Crazy Berrytown, we were paying for everything. Not that my mother could not afford it, but I just wanted that. And many of us probably feel this way. You want to take care of your parents, right? Whatever that means to you. And for me, it was full on paying for a trip. I'm going to take care of all the hotel reservations and the airfare. And then you just show up. And we couldn't do it. We weren't able to, obviously. So I think I'm ready. So next summer, I think that's going to be our big ta-da, is to go to Pacific Northwest. We're going to fly to Seattle, drive all around, possibly go up to Vancouver, come back, and then bust it up to Portland, Oregon, and leave from Portland to come back to Atlanta. So we'll see. Anyway, yeah. Mm-hmm. Risky Ringo, what's up? Triple play, trouble twin, you're here. Are you cutting out? Wait a minute. What you say? I'm in the wrong spot. You're in the right spot.
Are you
sure? Okay, Risky. So now I want to hear this from you. We don't have a lot of men here. So real quick, I know we should be wrapping up. Oh, it's after 2:00. All right. So Risky, real quick, we were talking about the movie and book Eat, Pray, Love. You're not the only testosterone. You just walked in. You don't even know. You're not. But we were talking about Eat, Pray, Love, and I wanted to know, I asked everyone, what 3 places, city, state, country, would you eat? Where would you eat? Where would you pray? And where would you love? So we've gotten all kinds of great examples. We've gotten Africa. We got Italy for eat. We've got Thailand for pray, Seattle for eat, near waterfalls for love. What kind of love? Listen, the Risky Ringo kind of love. How about that?
Yeah, Rebel is in this stream, so
Why am I so tickled off?
Yes, here we go.
Oh, good. Oh my gosh. So as Risky is thinking about that, anybody else have any that you've thought about and you'd like to share? I just thought when you said that, Kim, I just thought that was such a fun thing to talk about, because I remember years ago doing that, and I'm pretty sure my answers, I know for sure at least pray was different because I hadn't been to Thailand yet. Mm-hmm. I believe I had been to Argentina and said that. And love, I know I didn't say that. I'm pretty sure I didn't. Eat in India. Okay. All right. Nice. Kim, do you like Indian food?
I'm going to ask the question I want to ask just now, because Rebel trying to insinuate something, and I'm not trying to say nothing. I'm just saying, when you are in the chat, there are things that are liable to happen. That's all I'm saying. That's all I'm saying.
And let STL down, and she's like just smiling.
Said, I'm just driving in the background. That's all I'm doing.
That's all I'm doing. Pray in Africa.
Africa's getting a lot of play today. Okay, Africa.
Yeah. Lit. Even though Africa let Paula White down, she was still calling her Africa. But go ahead.
All right, and love, the Risky Ringo kind of love, whatever that means. But yeah, South America.
Yeah, nice.
All right.
Nice.
Yes.
We see you.
Yeah, I could see that. Like, if I didn't say the tri-state, like, I mean, if I'm just thinking like a hypothetical, yeah, I could definitely see South America. I actually have one place in mind, Viña del Mar, Chile, or Valparaiso. Amazing, and totally lovey vibes. Yeah. So South America, so many places. Yeah, Brazil, I can think of that would be. Although never mind, we're moving on. It's time to go. I was gonna say, when we talk about Brazil.
For further information, please join us in the Discord after this.
Yeah. We'll be in the Discord.
Yes.
And Rebel's getting the blame from Risky Ringo. I blame Rebel too, right? That's what I said when we started the stream. Like, I just don't know how we can come off of anti-morning bangos and then have a little break and then come into it, because I was feeling real goofy when I came in. I just got the giggle.
It was renamed this morning. We can't even say what it was renamed to this morning. It's not just, what is it? Well, what's the original name of it? Early morning bangos. It's something in bangos now. It's another name in bangos now.
Oh, is it? I must have missed it. That must have been when I dropped my phone in the salon.
With the numbers in there. Our favorite number.
That too.
Oh, okay.
No, Vega came in and then all of a sudden it got renamed. No.
Oh,
We
I
done
missed
moved
that.
past anti-morning bangos too. We done moved past that.
Oh,
Lord
okay.
have
Maybe
mercy.
today was just a theme. Maybe it's more like a theme and not a name.
Well, it's always going to be anti-morning bangos because that's the catalyst. Like that gets us going, you know.
There you go. There you go. I like
Maybe
this.
people love the mint. Oh, stay lifted. Ew. Okay.
Oh, wait a minute. Hold up.
Come on, stay lifted.
Listen.
She said
Uh-oh.
blessed and highly flavored. I mean, favored.
Mhm.
Listen. Boobies and bang. Listen, look. Royal Confessions,
I
they said
wasn't gonna
nothing.
say it, but leave it to Royal Confessions to go on and
Right.
put it out there.
Right.
Ain't said a word. And here she comes.
Yes. Oh, well, there it is again. Okay, so
Oh my God.
thank you, Royal Confessions, for bringing us up to
Yeah,
speed.
we did go down the
We
yeah,
did
the
go
booby
down
route.
the.
We
the-
did,
the-
yeah.
Yes, we did today.
Oh gosh, I cannot. Wait, she said, "Stay lifted." You better spill the tea. Yeah, the Samoa. Yeah, I mean, yeah, yeah. I know, and I watched those rituals from like the Maori in New Zealand. Yeah, I'm not watching them for the rituals.
Listen,
I'm just watching and hoping that fig leaf like falls to the left or right or something. I don't know. But moving on.
listen. My highlight for going to the Polynesian Culture Center was to figure out which one of them islands I was gonna go camp out on.
Okay.
I was like, I think I'll go to Fiji this weekend.
Stay lifted.
When I bring one of y'all back with me to the States,
And look, now you sound like the men in Jamaica.
Two of y'all. Whichever one. Doesn't matter.
Now you sound like the men in Jamaica trying to take the women home.
Maybe that's where I got it from. Maybe that's why I had to endure that when I went to Jamaica.
Oh my gosh, that's funny.
Because I tried that in Hawaii.
Stay lifted said, I hope they're as seen on TV. All right, that would be funny if they had that in the airport. Our men are as seen on TV, because that would be too risque. Yeah, that's why I don't do marketing, because I'd get fired. Yeah, it's too much. Yeah,
or not,
or not, right?
Or not.
Oh my gosh. All right, y'all. So we are going to be in the Discord for a little bit. I'll be in the car on my way soon, actually, to get Captain Boots, but I'll be in Discord as soon as we hang up. And as always, thank you all. This has been fun. I hope you all are in all seriousness, if I can even be serious. I can be serious. I have moments. This is the moment. I hope that you all, wherever you are on your journey of loss or grief or supporting someone, that something today struck a chord with you. Practicing again, carving out the time to practice self-care. We said last week, even in the shower, just taking a moment to just take some deep breaths, let that water hit your face. If you're washing your hair, let it go down all the way, just taking that time to just be quiet and to take care of yourselves, even if it's just for 5 minutes. If you can carve out longer time for massages or for riding your bike, taking nature walks, getting close to a waterfall, whatever, we hope that you consider that. And then in an even bigger picture, traveling is also a good way to walk this grief journey, seeing something different, getting a different perspective. In my case, like I said, honoring my mom and her traveling spirit, so we hope that something struck a chord with you and you can take that away and chew on that for a little bit. And as always, find the joy. Kind of goes hand in hand with the self-care, right? Find the joy in something every day because you're worth it. You deserve it. Thank you all so much for coming in today, and have an amazing weekend.
Yep. And don't forget to extend yourself some grace.
Yes.
As you grieve. And so we'll see you next week as well as in the Discord after this. Have a great weekend, everybody.